Hey, there we go. All right. If my chair will roll. So, I have 3 cameras going today. I'm waiting on it to load on my phone, though. That way I can actually see it. There it goes. There it goes. It's getting there. How are we looking? Does it look all right? It's alive. I've got 3 cameras going today. I have some lag from, like, from me to myself. But I just wanted to make sure I had chat loaded at least. It looks okay, though. So this is the capture card I'm using. Actually, let me zoom in on it. On the box. I mean, it's in the computer. I found this. I was frustrated because Boris. Oh yeah. Here, let me put this on so it's not so distracting. How about that? Does that make you feel better? So yeah, I had pink hair for the longest time and it just kind of faded out. I haven't had time to keep that up. But yeah, I got this capture card. It's got an input and an output. I'm only using the input. And I got it because it has its own internal, like, encoding. It uses, what does it use? RGB. It uses YUY2, NV12, and RGB. This is a PCI Express Gen 2, but it's the ×1, right? So, anyway, I was using this little, I ain't gonna lie, this thing's a POS. Like, you saw how horrible the lag was. This is not a 3.0. This is a 2.0. And I don't know, it doesn't say 4K on it. It definitely says high definition. It's not high definition. I mean, it might be high and it might be a definition, but it's definitely not high definition. And on a random note, I pulled out an old sound card that just, quite frankly, just takes up space and power for no reason. But I thought I'd show it to you. This is my old sound card before I upgraded to an analog mixer. And let me get on up in there. Come on, let's zoom. Oh, I am max zoom. Well, let me just bring it on in closer to the camera because it'll focus on it. There you go. Audio processing unit. I would love to know how this thing actually works. That would be a project for another day because it doesn't look like there's a lot on it. It just looks like there's repetition. And the reason there's repetition is a 7.1 card. So it's got, you know, duplicate channels and everything. But anyway, that's not the builder's live stream today, which is going to be, I thought that thing said overdrive. I never actually paid attention to it. It does not say overdrive, boost, and attenuator. What it actually says is offset, boost, and attenuator. And I'm glad people voted, yeah, right? Like, does it have enough caps? So I thought it said overdrive. It says offset, which is perfect because it gives the signal a juicy sound. But, all right, here's where I ran into some trouble. I'm glad people voted to see the bounce module last because when I got over here, you know, I'm like, hey, we could put this together. That's no problem. It's nothing but resistors, capacitors. There's one quad op amp, the TLO74, a couple of caps. You know, there's 2 big caps and 2 small caps here. And well, there's one there. So there's like 3 smalls that are electrolytic or maybe mylar if you wanted to. And then a couple of electrolytic, like polarized, non-polarized and polarized for whatever that matters. But anyway, all right, well, I'm turning it on the back and I'm tired. It's 100K, 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 and I'm not sweating it until, let me draw your attention to this knob right here. Boop. 1 meg. I said, get out of here. Are you shitting me? I don't have a 1 meg potentiometer. I don't. Or I didn't, I should say, because I got them. But anyway, that 100K trim pot's fine. That's fine, totally fine. All is well in the world. We're not in danger yet. And so, what did I do with them? Oh, while I got that drawer open, to follow up that LED module, I did actually get the proper color knobs for anybody that was OCD about it being all green. And then the other thing I did, I finished the modules and put it in the kids' bunk bed. It looks really cool. Anyway, so these are the drum chips, and there's some trim pots in here somewhere. 100K, here it is, 100K trim pots. And I only had 5K ohm, 10K ohm, and the 100K ohm. Yeah. All right. So that's all I had on hand. And I've got a lot of other projects. That I want to reverse engineer a power supply for synthesizers. I've got like a board that I want to use to reverse engineer, and then I'm going to convert it to a Eurorack module. Not a Eurorack, Kosmo. Anyway, well, all right. While I was looking at this 1 mega ohm pot, I don't like ordering from Tadio unless I'm going to order like more than one thing, just for the sake of, well, it's shipping, you know. So I opened up the drum twin T drummer, which is this module, and I'm like, let me see what this one takes, right? And I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, TLO 74 is fine. There's the 4011 chip that we need. That's those that I just threw back in the drawer. Everything looks kosher, right? Except for that's when we ran into the 100 mega Henry. I don't know why he put a Z. That was probably an accident. But that is 100 millihenry. I'm sorry, I just said mega. I know that's millihenry inductor. Well, all right. I flip it over, and then I run into some more stuff that is kind of like a tragedy. First off, this is a 470K ohm, 470K, 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 1 mega ohm trim, 1 mega ohm trim, 1 mega ohm trim. And I'm going, what? I don't have any of this. Like, what in the world? I have none of these components on hand. I thought I did because it's, you know, all been knobs. It hasn't been anything else. It's all been 100K the whole time. So I ended up also getting the potentiometers, and I put them in here, I think. Yeah. So according to the reading, how's it going, Miss Liz? I see you. According to the like the schematics and the stuff that it calls for, I could get away with 500Ks in the 470, which are these ones, and the 1 mega ohm can go in the boost. And there was something else. Somebody said to put a 1 mega ohm in something else. I'll have to double check. But either way, these, the only way I could get them, instead of the split shaft, which every knob I've got fits, I had to get it in the solid shaft because that's all they had. So I've got yet another package on the way with knobs that have the set screw for this project. So the drum T module is going to be hopefully by Thursday. I marked it as Thursday. It's set as private, so unless somebody was sneaky and went and found a way to see the I found there's actually a way you can see streams that are private as long as they're like in a playlist. But anyway, so I've got all of the stuff on hand finally. That's the wrong drawer. And now I'm just waiting on the knobs. So the drummer module, it works out that is the next stream. And then the offset boost attenuator worked out to be today because I already got in the 1 meg knob. Oh yeah, that's the one thing we can't do though, is we can't put a knob. We can't put a little knobby on it on here until the knobs get here. So that's going to be a thing. But anyway, so that's the only updates on the parts at hand on these things. There's something else I'm working on, which is like right here, and that's I'm working on a VU meter, but for Kosmo. I want to build a spectrum analyzer for Kosmo, and so that's going to be I'm working on that now actually. And then I've got the Modulation Station was shipped out, I guess a week ago, something like that. So the modulation station ought to be here soon, and I do have all the parts for that. So that leaves the oscilloscope build, which if I don't do it by April 27th, I'm going to be eating my words that I said I would do it within a year. Oh man, that kid a year. Anyway, and then I found out, like on a personal note, I'm actually going to have to be in pain until May the 4th, which is when I'll finally get to do my dental appointment. And so, oh yeah, I've got some type of fire, but it's not a woofler. I do not have a woofler 3D printed just yet. I have a 3D printer sitting right behind me. There's no excuses except for executive dysfunction. But anyway, so yeah, I've got projects after projects just in line, but all of them are waiting on parts. Like the power supply, I've got all the stuff I need to reverse engineer the power supply except for the 2 power transistors and the actual board that I'm going to use to, you know, build a schematic from. I'll have a dab for you. I bet. Heck yeah, right on. I've got a fresh one sitting nearby for the half hour, which is in a couple of minutes. But anyway, lots of projects. Woofer. Hey, did you hear my idea about adding some tubes that will expose some oxygen, maybe like a mesh or something like that at the bottom of the bowl, just something to give oxygen below the foam, help it burn a little faster for the larger surface area? I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Just offering an unsolicited advice. I'm sorry. All right, so cool. There's my reference. I've built enough of these. I've kind of gotten a hang of how to put them together efficiently, but it's still, not every one of them are exactly the same. They're very unique. I actually really enjoy these. I'm going to be sad to run out of them to put together, because then that means I'm going to have to do my own shit, which that's fine, because I've got 4 ideas right now just waiting for these projects to get out of the way, because I've got, what is it, 2 left after this one. And then that'll be it. That'll be done. I'll finally have finished building all 14 Kosmo modules. Supposed to be 13. It was supposed to be 13, but I ended up with 14 of them. I haven't gone back to read the chat yet. I hadn't finished processing last night. Oh, well, no, that wasn't from last night. Don't worry about it. That was actually, I said it to somebody to tell you, and that's, I mean, I should have just said it directly to you, but I've been so busy with my pain management that, to be honest, I haven't been social. That I didn't realize why I wasn't being social till I realized just how much pain I really was in, because they've numbed up my mouth for a exam, and oh Lord, the pain when it came back, I said, what? I've been in that kind of pain for that long? That's whoops. So yeah, you didn't miss anything. Something I didn't say directly is all. I was just suggesting maybe having some airflow, much more shallow bowl. Hell yeah, that'll probably do it. I was just thinking anything to kind of help get some more oxygen down there to the bottom. You know. But yeah, so after these modules are through being built, there's going to be, I want to do the spectrum analyzer, which is not to be like perfectly accurate. It's strictly for a visual. It's really more of a visualizer, I guess I should call it. I want to put a visualizer on my synthesizer that can work off of either a microphone, like a condenser mic cap off the back on a circuit board, or if you wanted it to be a little more accurate, you could maybe patch in a cable. I don't know. I thought if I do that, I'll have to put like a pass-through That way you could just, you're not losing any signal. It just grabs a little sample of the signal and uses it. But oh, look at that. Heck yeah, right on time. I'm off camera too. Fire! Blow the fire out with smoke. Flux. That would be flux. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. Does the audio sound any better than usual? I did actually change the microphones. I'm using a condenser mic, my lapel clip-on condenser mic, and I've got it stuck up like up here. Heck yeah. Alright, so this board has to come out of the way. That's the only issue I've got with these boards, like having them separate like that, is if you don't take them off, it kind of makes it hard to get the smaller board back in. But that's just a tiny thing. It's not a big issue. I've been playing around with the audio. I've done several test, like unlisted test streams, trying to get as many things kosher as possible. To be honest with you, I was really scared that it was gonna all like start crumbling down tonight, and I'm really pleased to see. Heck yeah, I did my celebratory. But yeah, I was really worried about how it's going to turn out because I've never used a capture card, a legit capture card. The one I was using was just a USB, and it was not very, I don't know, it didn't do the job. It didn't do what I thought it should do, I guess. Maybe I expected too much from USB. But turns out that USB capture cards count towards your video limit on USB buses. So I still could only do 2 cameras on the USB 3.0 card, which means I'm like, well, basically what you're telling me is I'm wasting a whole PCI Express slot by putting 2 cameras on that one slot when I could just buy a capture card and run both webcams on the USB, and then the capture card would run the camera, and then bada bing, I'm set, right? So that's what I did, and turns out that was a good choice because now I don't have any issues. Well, you're seeing it. You're seeing the results. I've got all 3 cameras on, and I don't see any lag on my phone. The phone looks pretty good. Chat looks good. I can actually see chat this time. I didn't do TikTok stream this time. I'm up to like 1,220 people, and that's getting a little bit stressful because when I go live, it starts getting populated pretty quick. And that's who I was talking to the last several times I was on. I'm like, I just put a brand new capture card in my PC. Let's just see how that goes. And then for the drummer, the Twin T drummer, maybe I'll do both. But I've also been suggested that maybe I should do some of this on Twitch too, since I do run Twitch. But my only thing with Twitch is I play Call of Duty, and I stream Call of Duty to Twitch. I don't know if people would want to see the mixture or not. I never know. But either way, I'm just glad that all 3 cameras are live. I've been trying to get multiple angles because sometimes when I reach off camera, you guys, like just now, you can't see what I'm reaching for without that corner cam. And I don't know, when I watch like Scruff's and Brad's Guitar Garage, I really enjoy having more than one camera because, quite frankly, it gives you more to look around at. You feel like you're more of a part of it. And so that's what I was trying to do. Like, all right, cool, heck yeah, I'm going to do that. And I really wanted my main camera overhead to be my real camera and not a cell phone or a webcam, because it's got an actual zoom lens on it, and I can zoom down on stuff manually, and it's not quite so jarring as a cell phone or a webcam, and it's right in front of me. Plus, I can eventually put a better lens on it that has both maybe zoom and manual focus or something like that, if I ever get enough. The lenses are more expensive than the camera, it seems like. I mean, I don't blame them. I've seen lens makers. That's insane how they make that stuff. All right, Liz, you have a great evening. I'm glad you stopped by. I'm going to be building this one for just a little minute, and then the only reason I'm not going to be able to test this thing is because right now I've got everything kind of unhooked. But with the modulation station coming in pretty soon, I'm going to just do a full-fledged tour, jams, like whatever. I'll do a live stream jam and walkthrough of what I've built on this so far. I mean, it's not, obviously I'm not very great at playing it yet. I might get there, but for the time being, you know, give a little tour. Because I noticed that some of my videos, it went from, I had just the Cinco de VCO to then I had the MIDI Muso and a VCA, but then that's what you see. But then out of nowhere, you don't see it again until you see the triple oscillator bass test, and then you're like, what? There's a lot more there, and then it's quite a bit more than that now. Just kind of grows like that. What a man gun. Dang, that's a lot of 100K resistors on this board. Yeah, but anyway, this thing is supposed to, you can offset the wave, you could boost it or attenuate it. And I'm excited to see how this sounds. I wish I had the energy to do it today. But the kids, when I say they were being a little bit extra this weekend, they were total drama island in real life for a minute, and I'm just I wanted to be calm and quiet, and this thing makes noise, lots of it. While it's good noise to me usually, I need a break from loud noises. I've been having to jam like metal to keep my head straight, if you can relate to that, you know. I need 10 ohms. That's up here. Dang. That's a weird spot for a 10 ohm resistor. But anyway, I love my kids. I just, you know, my sensory system doesn't take much to overload. That's not their fault. That's why I have headphones, you know. I think there's I pulled an extra one. I don't need this extra one. Oh well. At least I got rid of the paper that it's sitting on. That's always nice. Now I just need the 47K. Somewhere, there it is. I was gonna say, I know I've got that whole thing organized, so all I gotta do is look around a little bit. Versus a couple of weeks ago, I was playing Rolodex, resistor Rolodex. Because you can't eat them anymore. I know it, right? I wish I, you know, nice little stew, a little salt, a little slap your mama. Maybe that's why it's called that. Oh, I needed 2 of those. Well, cool. That one had a leg up in the air trying to hail me. I always enjoy putting these boards together because they're peaceful. There's not, you know, any pressure to get them done at a set time. Just kind of put them together as you please. But that was something else too. The reason I do the live stream builds of them is so that when I change resistor values or capacitors or whatever, and it doesn't work, I can go, well, I know why. because I can go back and rewind and watch it and figure out, oh yeah, that's right. That's what I did. Whoops. That's why I was telling Scruff that whenever you were doing the light teardown and swapping over to lithium, I'm like, well, the bright side is you're doing all of that live stream, so you know, if anything goes wrong with the light later, or if you forget that you did the batteries in parallel or something like that, you can always reference your stream, and that way you don't have to guess. You'll know. That's the only reason I'm doing these, because these are Sam's designs and modules, so he's already covered a build of every one of them, I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm almost certain of it. It's just, if I don't do it and I go and change something, then, you know, then I'm over here guessing what I did, because I definitely cannot read resistor values yet. I've almost used enough 1K, 100K, and 10K that I can sort of tell that, yeah, one of those is definitely... I think the 100K is the one with the orange band, if I remember correctly. The only way I'd be able to tell is to look at one. But use a live stream to help reverse engineer it. There you go. I want to reverse engineer this power supply, but I don't know. Should I do it live stream or do it in private in case I screw it up? I don't know. Screwing up's part of the job, isn't it? Like, I screwed up this LED module the first time. Like, the switches were backwards. The new one works fine. That's the reason I didn't do another video on it, because I'm like, well, everybody's already seen it. All I did was put the switch the correct way. As to the colors, I showed the colors, I think. If I didn't, then I apologize. I might, if somebody really wants to know bad enough, like I really want to see this thing, I might do a short or something. But everybody's seen color change LEDs, so all I did was it works correctly. On is on, off is off. I figured that's a while. Why beat that subject in the ground? You know, I've already covered that. And the next LED project is going to be the VU meter times, I think, 20 bands. However many bands I feel like calculating. That's the big thing, because you got to calculate all the band. I think I've started maybe I did already. I don't know. I started on this project last year and never finished it. It got pushed to the side. All right, so I need a 47 picofarad. And I'm a cheater because I got this box with a bunch of numbers on top of it to tell me which one's which. Although I don't see a 470, I see a 47. Did they not put them in the right slots? Where did they put it? There's 472, 473, 683. But this says 47. There's no way that 47 is 47 picofarads. 47 is... Is it really? Maybe they just dropped the zero. That doesn't make sense. But is the capacitor value 47 for 47 picofarad? I should have done it live stream. What isn't bad as just going in. Yeah, exactly. Like I'm already getting ready to redesign Cinco de VCO. That's another project I have on the list. I'm gonna go redesign it because I found a literal way to digitally control the analog frequency of the oscillator, which means I can program an Arduino to tune it. But I can use a different oscillator as my base, and it'll give a reading of the tuning. Hi Dave, how's it going? Pretty good, pretty good. How's it going, Mr. Egg Cake? So I can reverse engineer. Oh no, shucks. I lost it. Just like that. Poof. 47 picofarad capacitor code. Let's go. 47 picofarad capacitor code. And it says 470 is the code, so why is there no 470s in this box? There's only a 447, there's a 471, 106, 472. I literally don't see any 470s. And there's supposed to be some in here. I wonder if I've got some in one of my other... There's 22 picofarad. Here's one. That's, oh, don't put the lead solder in my coffee. There's 22. We're looking for 470 though. That's what we need. I've got a bunch of capacitors. I will dig if I got to. I want to get the right one in here because this actually, there's no reason why not. I just need to see the code. All I need is a 470, just one. Oh my god. I thought I was done with the digging. Oh, I see a 470. Oh, that's 472. Emotional damage. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to organize capacitors eventually. That'll be like the next box I get, be for capacitors. Maybe just the ceramic ones or something, because I don't really use that many electrolytics. I think I use maybe 2 or 3 types. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. I use 4. There's no 4. Are you kidding me? I have 22 picofarads. I've got everything but... Wait a minute. No, that's 472. Never mind. I got excited. What am I doing? I don't have any 47 picofarads. Third one over top row. If it's just 47, I think nanofarads. It says 47 picofarad, 470. Right, and you're saying third one over top row, yeah. But whenever I look at the third one, it's a 47. I mean, according to what I've got on hand, it says it's a 470. But you know, I could be wrong. It doesn't hurt it. It's not gonna hurt it. I don't think it'll change the frequency a little bit. Like, if you really wanted to calculate it out, you could. It'd probably change it negligibly. If that's, I think that's a word. Here's 47. Oh no, that's 47. Can't even find one in my capacitor. Yeah. All right, so maybe it is 47. This thing, 47 picofarad. I've never seen a 47 picofarad. I've seen 47 nanofarad. Well, this says 47 picofarad on the box, but I've never seen one in this box. Like, I really haven't. I just looked through this whole thing. And that's the miscellaneous ones that, like, are not organized. Let's see. That's oh, I forgot that one. 470. It's literally... I wonder if it is. What's the 47 code then? All right, 47 is something I'm going to have to bring up the whole damn chart, it looks like. Oh, why? All right, so the code 47... is not even in the list. There's not a 47 in the list. How about that? Yeah, it is a word now. Bro, oh my God. Picofarad. Okay, wait a minute. 47 picofarads. That's capacitor code 103, which is also a 10 nanofarad. Huh. Well, no. They okay. Never mind. Wow, I'm tired. It's been a day. Like I said, that's why I'm not trying to test this thing because it's been a day already. It's two tables side by side. I didn't notice that. 47 is the capacitor code. 470 is the code for 47 picofarads, and there is no 47. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to use this 47 because there isn't one on the list, which means that's probably it. And they just forgot the 0. I hate being a literal autistic person. I'm going to tell you that. Because it throws me for a loop. But you know what? It doesn't have to be ceramic. It could also be one of these. Let me see if there's a chart on there. Is there a chart on here? 47 picofarads. There's no picofarads in this list, but there's a lot of nanofarads. So what is that in nanofarads? 047. I don't have an 047. And it's the same code basically. This says 471. Yeah, it don't even matter. We'll just use 47. All right, if it screws up, we know that that's the only thing out of the ordinary because the 104s are the only ones left, and I need 2 of them. Only 2. How about that? Sorry for the different colors for anybody that doesn't like them to be different colors. I believe in a very colorful board. Why not? All inclusive. Let's go. Yeah, yeah, I'm going to use 47, which I believe is just wrong, straight up wrong. But maybe it is the right one. I don't know. It bugs the crap out of me. It's going to continue to bug me. But I don't have anything that specifically. I thought I had another one of those drawers, like the Ziploc bags, in my miscellaneous caps that had a 47 picofarad. Like, it's bugging me because I could have sworn I had 1500, 4700. Wait a minute. 472, 152, 103, 153, 333, 474, 154, 104. Chonkin Besses. Okay, never mind. That's for a different project. This is for something else. Yeah. Where are those? I know I had some capacitors that said 47 picofarad. I almost am certain of it. I say almost certain because, well, I have ADHD. I could have put them in the buggy and not hit checkout. You know, that's also a possibility. Dang it. All right, so trim in here. No, because why would they? I don't see anything else with Ziploc. So you know what? We're just gonna have to. I guess. Did they fall out of the bag, maybe? I wonder sometimes maybe the Ziploc bags fall behind here. All right, I don't see anything in line, so that's all right. Cool. I'm sorry, I'm just really thorough when it comes to the stuff being as correct as possible. But I swear I had another one of these tiny Ziploc bags in this thing that said 47 picofarad. And I say this because I looked at the bill of materials for a different board, and it calls for that too. These are some more ceramic caps. What do we got here? How many freaking caps do I've got laying around? Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't think I keep track of these. Is that 470? That says 471. Oh, get out of here. That's, oh, you had me excited for a half a second. All right. Well, I can say I thoroughly tried, right? That counts. And these didn't get put back in there. Anyway. Yeah. Measure it. Measure. You know what? I could sure enough measure it. Let me pull it out though, because I don't want to false measure it. False measurement. Half a second, yeah. I'll put that on the wrong one, I bet. This is supposed to measure ohms, diodes, capacitors, and continuity in that mode. I can't read the symbol to save my life. I'm stupid. Which one of those? That's diode, that's continuity. And that says F. So I'm assuming for farads, right? So then why aren't you giving me a reading? Do I need to get some clippies? I got some clippies. We can do it the clippy way. It says nanofarad 0 right now, so I'm just assuming that that's the correct setting, you know, mainly because I'm an idiot. And I'm almost certain I do it wrong half the time. It measures and beeps. Does it really? No, see, that's the resistance, and that's the diode. This would be continuity if it were not AC. That's supposed to be capacitance. Let me try reading the 10. I know this is a 10 microfarad. Let me not drop it on the workbench. Look at that. See, it reads that fine, and it reads 10 microfarad. Actually, it reads 10.5 microfarads. So, yeah, I'm not an idiot. I did have it on the right setting. See? See? Proof. Live stream. I'm not an idiot. I knew I had it right. It just, this cap isn't being read. Why is it not being read? Is it just that small? The code is 47, Brad. I could not find a 470, which is, it's calling for a 470, which is supposed to be 47 picofarads. By the way, 0, 0, 0 is good. Yeah. We'll just use that for the 47. I mean, because I don't have. Yeah, this 47 is the only one I've got that's even close. I think. This is Sam's design. I'll have to ask him. Like, I swear I thought I had some 40. It says 47 picofarad is capacitor code 47. No, 470. Or in nanofarads, it'd be 0.047. Those are so tall. I love it. Chunking. So that, yeah, my meter won't go down that far. That's, yeah, you're right. Well, you know what? 47 is what's in there now. It is a little different. The circuit that is going on looks to be to ground. It's a filter. Control. Yeah, it's a filter cap. It's not gonna hurt nothing. It'll be all right. It's not a critical cap. Like, it's not coming off of any of the ICs. It's coming to. It's going to ground. No, it says on the board 447 picofarad, and the code is 0.047 nanofarads, 47 picofarads, or 0.000047 microfarads is a 470 capacitor code. It's bugging me because I had two of these little Ziploc bags, and I'm almost certain that the other little red Ziploc bag I had said 47 picofarads. Like, that's what's bugging me, is I'm almost certain that that one was the one that had the caps I need in it. Did I don't know what I would have done with it, because it would have all gone in here into this drawer somewhere, into one of these drawers, since I got them and all, you know. Let me, hold up, you know what? I can just go to Tadia. I'm just going to do that right quick. I'm sorry. I know this is kind of off the topic of building, but it's bugging me. I'm going to look at my orders. I'm almost certain I bought some 47 picofarad capacitors. I'm going to view a couple of these orders. Let's see. Oh, no, that's for the power supply build. I'm going to try to build a power supply soon. Stereo jacks. 47... 470 nanofarads, 4.7 nanofarads, 47, 15. Those are all the Mylar caps. Nanofarad. All right. Hold on. What's the one before that one then? Those are the I'm telling you, I know I bought them. I'm almost certain I bought them. Unless there's 22 picofarads, but there's no 47 pico. Oh, okay, I stand corrected. I'm just crazy. Okay, I'm not even worried about it anymore. That's made me. Oh, it don't matter. It's a filter cap. It does not matter. It's not even. It's a power filter cap too. It's not even a signal cap. Like, it's not. It'll be fine. Let me turn my meter off though. It's just sitting there burning juice. It's bugging me though, because I could have sworn I bought them. I didn't. That order, it only had the 22. I guess I deleted them maybe. You ever do that? You ever just buy something, you swear, like, I know I bought that SOB, where is it? And it's either still sitting in a cart or you never actually bought it. Maybe that's a common thing. Oh, mercy heavens. I thought I bought it. I could have swore, I'm telling you, I literally had it in my face, in my head picture, like, that there was a cap that's 47 in my drawer. I guess there is really not. And let me get these out of the way. They're starting to get piled up a little bit. Anyway, so yeah, I'm very pleased with the capture card doing that. Do that all the time. I felt that. But you know, Brad, you've got room to do that, because you've got a lot going on in your shop all the time, whereas I don't have an excuse. I had one job. That was to get all the right parts. It'll either work or explode in a glorious fashion and open a gateway. Yes, that's my hope. That's every time I put something together, either blow up in spectacular fashion or work. Please don't do the don't work but don't do anything. Like that's the one issue I've got with building stuff, is when it don't work but it won't tell you why. You're just left there going, What? Did I offset that? I set that off so bad. There we go. Cool. Give it the old Clive claw. I can't do it quite as well, but I actually do have to do that, I found, when I'm building these boards sometimes. If I don't, it means I have to go dig out the helping hands, and I don't use those enough to make it worth it. So it made it worth it to start learning how to do the claw. I finally had a need, and I'm like, all right, if I don't learn how to do this, it's going to be nightmare times on Elm Street. And I like happy times on Hickory Street. You know, my aunt actually lives on a 420, like at a 420 address, and it bugs me because they don't even smoke. And I'm just over here like, a 10 UF cap explode. Oh wow, that's yeah. Nice hairy arms. What? I've half it. Dang. Yeah, that look, I wished I would have been recording when I put that Halloween synthesizer together, because I blew up, I don't know what size they were. I'll tell you. Give me 2 seconds. Maybe 3. It's these oscillators. Actually, matter of fact, if I bring you down to it, focus, there we go. You can actually see remnant debris of the inside of one of these caps sitting right there. These are, I can't even see you. Oh, these are 330 microfarad. These are 330 microfarads. There we go. I didn't know they were like on this side. But yeah. I blew up one of these, and I swear to God, I fell on the floor. I thought I was going to die. I said, oh my God, I'm getting shot. I'm getting shot at. What's going on? That scared the bejesus out of me. And I fell on the floor. I literally fell out of my chair onto the floor. And I said, damn, I wished I'd have been doing a live stream, because that shit would have been funny as hell. Somebody would have got a laugh. I laughed after the fact. But those 330s, boy, holy crap, it sounded like a gunshot going off. And that was the first time I'd ever had a cap blow up on me, like ever. I've heard transformers, the capacitors on the transformers go, but that's always at a real far off distance. But I've never had a cap blow up in person beyond the like little pop fizzle thing. And when this buddy went, I'm like, oh shit. Fuck. Do you want to see it? Do I want to see what? Oh yeah, you should do a video on it. I was fortunate that I was actually on the other side of a piece of acrylic when it went, and that's what made it louder. It was inside of an enclosure. I was building that Halloween synthesizer, and that was one of the oscillator banks for like the bass. I think the drum line was something like a 470 microfarad. So when those caps started going, it went bang. Hold on, man, again. That shit, oh my, I swear capacitors are like, they don't care. When they go, boy, they go. It is always fun when they go, because you get a little adrenaline. It's like, oh crap, I'm under attack. I mean, maybe it's not fun for everybody, but you know, I've got PTSD, and if I can laugh it off, I feel like most people can laugh it off, but maybe that's a bold assumption. I'm not trying to assume too much. I got giggly after it happened because I was like, wow, that that got me good. I don't know why I didn't expect it though, because here's something. Right before it happened, oh no, I yanked that out of there. Right before the capacitor blew, I was playing on it, and I even commented how, boy, it sounds really Halloween. It sure sounds like really cool, like just like Halloween, like it should. And I didn't realize that what I was hearing was the sound of the capacitors getting ready to blow through the auditory. Like you could hear them. I was like, what? That's what held for review? I haven't tried a poll in here. I don't know how to do the poll on stream. I don't know why that popped into my head like that, but I was just thinking about it. I don't know how to do that. Might have to practice that one day. But there's really nothing to vote on because there's an order of operations with these modules at the moment. I'm going to clip these ones down into the bin because they like to go flying for real. So we need a TLO 74. I'll put that in last. I don't want to put that in until we have everything. Now, one thing I will say, going into this part, I don't have the knob that with the set screw. Something happened. Right, I felt that. I need a 1 meg. I need just one meg. So I didn't buy very many of these. I have a whole, like, I have 100 of those 100Ks, but I didn't buy but 5 of these because, believe it or not, these were almost $2 a piece. Like, I don't know why they were so much more expensive. I'm sure there's a valid reason. But they were expensive enough that I was like, I don't need that many. I just need enough to get the job done. Oh, those are shiny. Those are really shiny. That's cool. They're gonna look weird though, compared to the other ones. Porch light went bang. Oh, snap. Was it like a halogen bulb or like an incandescent? Those halogen bulbs, I've never had blow up in person, so I don't know what they sound like, but I imagine they go bang. 3 of these, cool. And while we're here, we'll go ahead and get our 2 trimmer pots out because we only need 2 of them. And something I really appreciate about this board, I don't know, they're not all that way, not every one of them, and that is totally fine. But something I do really appreciate about this board is right here, there is a circle that shows you where to put the trimmer pot, because to be honest with you, the footprint itself is just a square and it doesn't really indicate anything. So I just, food for thought, I was like, I really appreciate the fact that he took the time to put the circle, the knob on it, because some of the boards I put together, the MIDI Muso maybe it was, didn't have that, and I actually ended up having to take it off and flip it around. So we know the 1 meg is going to be this potentiometer. This is the boost, and it can go, we'll go ahead and put that in right here on the boost so I don't mess that up. These boards, from experience, you can just put these together without worrying about soldering, but it's really good practice to always put the boards together, like to the face panel before soldering everything, because you never know. These ones, I found out another difference about these lighter colored 100K pots versus these lighter green ones. These lighter green ones have a keyed little tab, like an anti-rotation tab, which you don't need on an alpha pot. I don't know why they have them on here, but that was another difference I discovered. I'll put that, actually, I'm gonna have to solder that one like right now. A backyard fire in a barrel which had a magnesium fitting. The skin went cracked to explode. Dang! Oh my god. That is terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. Hope everybody's doing okay now. That is a heck of an accident. Isn't magnesium the one that they make like ultra bright flares and other types of things like flashbang grenades out of and stuff like that? I don't know, but I think playing Call of Duty I mean, the world is always bloody. I swear it feels that way sometimes. For me, I've actually felt like maybe I'm more at peace nowadays because at this point, after everything I've been through, I'm still here. So I feel like I'm doing pretty good. Because I have been through some stuff. Let me tell you. I think sometimes I'll forget just how crazy what I've been through is until I start telling it to just a normal Joe that hasn't actually been through any type of trauma before. And I realize quickly, like, I have made a social mistake here. You ever do that? Just, whoops. awkward, like, social moment. I'm pretty sure these will just plop in as usual. Look at that. Sam, you brilliant motherfucker. Oh, emotional damage. That one's a little... These trimmers are slightly... They need to come up a little bit. Why? Can I just nudge them just a smidge? The leads are sticking through enough. Will they go in there now? There we go. There we go. Right on. Cool. I was worried for only a moment. I'm not bipolar. I can't imagine that's very fun. But being autistic and having ADHD comes with its things, like having a monotonous tone of voice so people think you're bored a lot when really you could be having a great time. Like, I'm actually having a blast putting this board together, but my voice probably doesn't reflect so. My facial expressions don't match my mood. I could be in a great mood, look grumpy. It's just something I've come to expect people to just automatically look at me and go, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm great. Like, I promise. I'm really good. I'm having a good time." Like, having to reassure people that you're okay, that's just something normal for me. Even though I'm, like, most of the time I'm okay, because I will literally express when I'm not okay. And, like, I didn't know if anybody knew this, but it's Autism Awareness Month. And I'm sitting here going, I'm actually autistic. And the one person that I really would have loved to have heard better from was Mark Rober when he came out about his son being autistic. I'm like, well, your son being autistic means one of two things. Either you are, or your partner is, the kid's mom, because it's genetic. And it's bipolar stress. Yeah, I imagine it is stressful. Are you managing okay though? Like, I know a lot of neurodivergent people. I do run literally a neurodivergent TikTok. I don't do it on my YouTube channel because I've been scared to come out publicly quite so big, like just make it a focus. I've talked about it in some streams, but I figure only the people that really care about the streams are going to see those. And so it's not as stressful to think about. But I thought about coming out as like autistic openly on my YouTube channel. Like, mainly because I don't appreciate certain things that go on in the world. Like, we do not, as an entire community of autistic people, don't appreciate things like Autism Speaks or the puzzle piece or the whole lighted up blue. Like, those things come from an abusive, real hardcore ableist side of life, and some of us are just not, we're more vocal about our displeasantness with that than others. But because a lot of people have these neurotypicals, like normal people, neurotypical being somebody that doesn't deal with stuff like bipolar or being autistic or whatever, normal people tend to get a louder voice, and so they speak over us and they try to make assumptions, and they don't listen to our actual voices where we're telling what's going on and how people can help, and you know what it's like, and trying to share our experiences. And I'm like, you know, you really want to show your appreciation during Autism Awareness Month, why don't you start listening to us instead of listening to these big corporations that are wanting money? Like, I don't want anything from anybody. I do these live streams because eventually my kids are going to want to see what I get up to when they're not here. They always ask. And I want to be able to say, hey, you know, darling, if you want to see what I do, you can go watch me do it, because I recorded it just for you, because that's what I do it for, my kids. Well, that and self-reference. I mean, there is a self-serving purpose there. Self-reference, so in case I screw something up. But, you know, I keep my kids in mind while I'm doing it, so that later on, stuff that may be meaningless in that moment to me may not be so meaningless later. You know? Let's see. Yeah, I felt that. Yeah, I'm following chat. I'm sorry. I'm not able to like read every one of them out loud, but you know, obvious reasons. I don't know why I'm having to filter, like having to go over here and approve chat. I'm not meaning to. I'm not the one filtering it. It's like a bot doing the filtering. I don't care about swearing and crap like that. Like what I just don't very often on stream, because it's kind of like a habit I've put on this little mask, which that's the story of the autistic life, is masking. That's why we're so silent. We're thinking a lot of times, and I'll be honest with you, after I exist in a world of neurodiverse. Those 1,200 people following me on TikTok are neurodiverse. They're not normal people. They're not neurotypical. I might have a few neurotypical people that follow me, but most of the neurotypical people follow me on my YouTube channel because they don't know. But what's funny is the moment you tell people you're autistic, they start treating you just a smidge different. Infantizing is something that happens a lot to me. Somebody will talk to me like I'm a child, and I'm like, you realize like I've got my own kids and I do electronics for fun, right? Like real life engineering electronics. And what do you mean engineering? I'm like, from scratch, my dudes. And they're like, oh, that anybody can do that. And I'm like, well, do it then. And then they go, well, I don't really know how to do math. And I'm like, well, see. And I feel like most all techies are neurodivergent to some degree, because I've never met a normal person that can operate a computer to the same degree. Just haven't. Anyway, that's the 1 meg knob. We can't do nothing with that. Can we? Can I force it? I don't want to force it. I'll just have a weird knob on there. That's gonna be a weirdie. So that is put together, looks like, and we need a TL074 in it. Now we'll put that in there. Which one of these? There it is. You know you've got a lot of chips when you've got drawers dedicated to the chips. Like, there's all my TL074s. Here, I'll put them up in the camera. Those are all quad op amps. And then for making like These are any 5532P op amps. Any 555 timers for the LED circuits. And then for the VU meters, I got like 40 or so of the LM3915s. There's actually a difference. The 3914 is a VU meter. The 3915 is an audio meter. And the 3916 is like a 60 decibel meter or something like that. It's like, there's 3 different types of these, and they're for different purposes. I got the 15s because they're for audio, and they're for what I've got. Then I got some LM386, which are like little audio amplifiers, and got some TLO72s. I'm actually running low on those, kind of. But anyway, Mr. Chips. Why is it saying... I felt that, Brad. Holy crap. Yeah, I don't... When people start telling me you can't do something, it makes me want to do it even more, you know? Just because it's like, you know, you really don't have any control over me, dude. Go mind your business. It's free. You know? I felt that on a spiritual level. All right. So that's plugged in. And let me make up a cable for that right quick. Let me go do get my Jerry measure. 15s are logarithmic, I believe. Logarithmic. What were we talking about 15s again? Don't quote. Oh, my head. Actually, I'm going to put some solder on here. Oh my God, look at that. It's about time to put some flux on here. There we go, cool. There's one spot right there. Don't touch the soldering pencil with your finger. That's not smart. Don't do what I do. Ouch. All right, so let me grab a cable, or rather, my ribbon cable. Oh God, it's tangled. I want to sing the Let It Go song because it's a mess. Oh mercy. Oh God. I'm just gonna have to unhook all of these wires to get to it. There we go. All right, cool. Did I lose any cameras? Didn't lose any? Cool. I'm gonna measure this right quick. Cut some of this off. Oh my God. Yeah, don't touch the solder. That's no bueno. I do it because I can't feel anything. I've been playing guitar so long that my fingers have no feeling left in them at all. They're just stumpy whatevers. Those are the box headers. The IDCs. But yeah, earthquake. Oh no, did I mess up the stream? Oh no, good, it's still alive. We're still alive. Yeah, earthquake, my bad. I'm over here, everything is attached to the overhead camera stand. Aluminium. I love it. It's a it's V-nut, uses V-nuts, like it's the 25 mil square or whatever. It's perfect for mounting cameras and such too. Have a logarithmic response or linear. Yeah. But that's why the 15s are for audio. Like instead of just a basic voltage meter. I thought I actually got 14s at one time, but I got 15s, and it was reason being I was going to use the 15s in conjunction with a condenser mic, and that's the forbidden fruit roll up. Don't eat the forbidden fruit roll up. It's not good for you. Tastes like shit. Anyway, I was gonna use whatever the hell I just said. Look at that, lost it already. But anyway. Oh yeah, I was gonna use it for a spectrum analyzer, and so I wanted the audio one instead of like just the straight voltage one. I'm running low on these. What? Don't come apart. Why are you coming apart? Oh, I need to glue that in there. The only reason you don't, though, is because it's got a side on the back for like the really big ones, and I don't think I'll ever use those, to be honest. Cool. Yeah, I need to get some more of these on hand. Oh no, why is that not wide enough? So that's like, what is this? Like a 12 pin, maybe? That's weird. It's bigger than a 10 pin, but not a 16 pin. It's not big as a 16 pin. Crimper. I should get one. I bought it because it was like $8, okay? I had to be Mr. Fancy Pants and get the $8 guillotine because, well, I tried with some pliers, and to be honest with you, I think it disintegrated and it didn't last. So now we have a cable. We can plug it in, and I am gonna test it. I'm not gonna play it, but I'll test it. Like, I'll turn it on and make sure it don't blow up. I don't have a camera over on the synthesizer yet, though. Well, the light comes on. And it looks like it's doing some boosting and attenuating, I guess. Fascinating. Okay. Alright. So offset. That's cool. It works. Everything looks good. I can't hear it. I don't know what it sounds like, but it powers on. So what's going to happen? The only thing, it's a bit where you get them right. There's two little trimmer pots here. I'm going to have to look into what those are like. They're for setting the dead middle of these knobs, and I'm not sure how to set them exactly, but that's no problem because it's covered on the page. So I'm going to go figure out how to do that. This has a positive in and a negative in and two outputs. Let's see. But yeah, offset, boost, and attenuation, which looks like is both of these, maybe. But there's, whenever you turn this knob, this light comes on, these turn off. You turn it this way, this goes off, these come on. It's fascinating to just play around with it. But what I do want to do is play with it. And that goes back to when everything gets here, I'll be able to like build, let's see, I got this one in front of me and the modulation station left, and then I'll do the tour and we'll play all of them, and I'll set it up properly. Like, I'll do like a preliminary stream and make sure everything is coming through. I believe I have got it figured out, though, more or less. As long as my mixer VU meter on my mixer is bumping up there to the yellow and OBS is bumping right there at the borderline red, you guys should be hearing me perfect, or at least within reason. So that was a cool little module. All that, I had to wait all that time because of this one meg pot here, and I can't put anything on it. Can I put one of these on it? Can I put anything on it at all? Oh, emotional damage. That's not enough to go in there either. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait. I did get some with some set screws. That's fine. It'll just be the one odd knob. And it's green. They're all greens. Yeah, even with the set knobs, it'll still at least match the color. And then the next module is going to be the one that uses all the 500K pots. I didn't even open the sticker yet. I'm going to go stick that sticker on the synthesizer. But the Twin T drummer, that's the next build. It has kick, low and high bongo, a clave, snare, and noise. And if I'm not mistaken, the noise can be also used as a snare. So that's going to be pretty cool. And you got outputs for all of matching outputs for all of them. The snare and the noise both go to this same output here. Yeah, dude. I love how he designed his models. Those are so cool. And there's the knobs here, the decay knobs. So you can set the duration. There's a jack board there. That's an interesting jack board, isn't it? The U-shape. So kind of an up close, the next board we're going to put together. We'll put together this one. And I planned on doing it Thursday if everything gets here in time. And what I'm waiting on is specifically the 1 meg trim. I don't have the 1 meg trims. I don't think. Do I still, or do I have those already? I can always double check. I do have 1 meg. I take that back. We're ready to build it. There's no excuses. The only excuse would be that I can't put any knobs on it because those are the set screw knobs. Oh, mercy. The 501 meg pots use the solid shaft instead of the split shaft. So yeah, this will be the very next build, and I'm gonna shoot for Thursday, but you know, just in the off chance something does happen, I'm gonna wait to put that public until like the day before. So I guess be looking out for that notification maybe tomorrow. But yeah, it's getting there. There's 14 modules on Wanda. There's 14 Kosmos inside of Wanda, and then there's my module, which makes 15. And then I've got the ones that are gonna be designed. There's one that's for the spectrum analyzer, and then one of them is gonna be like an RGB mix. I wanna do that because I wanna be able to jam with lights. So like when I'm sitting there bopping along, I thought about making a pass-through module that you can just kind of, again, take a sample of the signal and run it through. And I was thinking of combining it with the spectrum analyzer so that it's all in one. You put in the signal and it'll have, say, the 3 color output, but each color will have their own frequency like filter on it, so they are going, say you got bass, mids, and trebles going to different colors. And then the actual spectrum analyzer, you know, itself can just be doing its own thing. So, you know, a light show. That's what I want to do, a light show. And then I want to redesign Cinco de Vicio to have 1/4-inch jack sockets. I want to add the Arduino tuner circuit, which is something I did not do in the first design. It puts a little tiny LED, like a segment display, like one of those number, what is it, 8 segment displays, and you know, it's for numbers or letters or whatever, so it tells you the tuning it's in. So the project that is going to be for is like you can set the tune on the performance VCOs. Well, Cinco de Vicio has 5 oscillators in it. 4. Yeah, this one has 4 knobs. It's missing the knob here because that's a solid shaft, and I don't have the set screw knobs to go with it. But the Arduino tuner circuit, all it does is tell you what tune it's in and whether it's in tune or not. So you adjust the tuning yourself, and it just tells you like C, D, A, E, whatever. Is it sharp or flat? You know, with a red LED, a green LED, and a red LED. Well, using that digital potentiometer and a couple of extra pins off of the Arduino circuit, you can add the digital potentiometer circuit. and do some coding to where whatever the tuning it's reading off the first oscillator, it'll set the sub oscillators to the same tune. In other words, it'll really be in sync. You can just tune the first master oscillator and the rest of them will tune accordingly. Well, that's the goal. So I think that might be a big project, but I did send all the ideas and kind of the more detailed version to Sam already in case he wanted to try to do it, because honestly, that's a big project. Basically, on my WASP, MIDI controller WASP. I've never seen that. Let's see. MIDI WASP. Oh, now that's pretty cool looking. What? What? Is it really yellow? Is it the modular one or is it the one with the keyboard? Like, do yours have the keyboard on it, or is it the one that looks like it's just the bank? Yeah, I don't do coding anymore. I used to mess around with coding like C# and LSL and let's see, I've done C++ kinda. Not enough to be proficient, but I was using it to write some basic copy paste type stuff, like nothing complicated. But the Arduino coding is something that I'm going to have to do if I'm going to make this Synco actually sync all the oscillators to one tuning knob. Because what'll have to happen is when you tune it up, you can't just have all of them turn the same resistance and the same amount or percentage. None of that's going to work, because no two oscillators are going to be just a bank. Well, it still looks really cool. I bet it has a lot of... You're going to have to do a demo on it. I think I'm subscribed to your channel already. But, so... You can't just... It can't have the same resistance and same percentage of knob. Like, you're going to have to tune it, because variances in components and things like that, just, it's not going to work. So you would have to have the first one, you say, okay, I want it C, so you turn that knob till it says C on the tuner. But then all of the other codes, all of the other like sub codes go, okay, if this is not that, is it greater resistance or less than resistance? If it's greater resistance than what we currently are at, raise the resistance a couple of steps until we're closer. You know what I mean? Like, this is the autistic brain of mine. It's perfect in my head, but then it gets mangled between my brain and my mouth. Basically, it's a comparison between what it is and what it's supposed to be. If this tune is lower tuning than this one, raise the frequency. Vice versa, if it's too high, lower it. But you can't match the actual potentiometers together. They can't be the same resistance, and they can't be turned the same amount. It's because the variances in the knob plus all the circuitry involved, they're all different. And so you're going to have to do a code check that constantly monitors the output of the main one and the output of the sub ones to see if they match. So, yeah, analog is definitely the way to go. But that digital potentiometer, though, if I could bridge the gap between one knob and 5 oscillators, the power that would hold. Because right now, I'm having to hand tune 5 oscillators, all of them. Imagine if I built a Synco the Syncer or something like that, and literally you plug the output of the oscillator bank into an input, and the output of the output goes over into the CV of the sub oscillator. So I could just build a tuner module that basically mimics the first oscillator that's plugged into it. I thought about doing that, but then I thought about wouldn't it be easier if I just built the module with 5 oscillators that have a switch that you can go all or nothing. And I would just put a little label that says all or nothing. Give her all she's got, Captain. We just don't have the power. Anyway. I'm just being silly now. Oh, but yeah, the next module, we're going to do the Twin T drummer, probably Thursday. Modulation Station isn't here yet, but I'm hoping it'll be here this week. Even if it gets here this week, we're going to wait and do it right. I've already got this scheduled. The thumbnail's already uploaded and everything. And so, yeah, we'll do the Modulation Station either over the weekend or next week, because I did take the weekend off from the kids. I'm so exhausted that I really am surprised that this got built at all. I almost crashed. But yeah, I appreciate that. I like knobs. I like Led Zeppelin. Oh, hell yeah, Led Zeppelin. Man, this is cool. Sam, if you ever see this live stream, appreciate all your hard work, man. Good shit. Especially on these designs. Because you know how he does these, right? Like, good channel switch label on an amp. That's the damn truth. And it goes to 11. You flip it to all, it goes to 11. So this is solder mask. This shiny bits is solder mask. In case anybody didn't know that. I don't know what it's attached to. I think it's attached to, like, maybe the ground plane. I could probably probe it and test it. But that's solder mask to give the shiny bits. And then on the back it's just silkscreen. Well, not all of it. There's silkscreen all through here, but then on the jack board there's silkscreen with some solder mask in between. I just think that's pretty cool, like the contrast. And I think this one's the same way. Yeah, all of this on the face is all solder mask. And then you've got the regular silkscreen here. Gives it a real, like, iridescent look to it. I like it. But anyway, so yeah, I'm not going to hold you guys any longer. There was a lot on my mind to ramble about. And then, of course, I wanted to build this module and have it off my plate. I knew I didn't have the knob covers. I'm not going to have the knob covers for this, I don't think. Let me double check that. It still says shipment is on hold. It's in Memphis. On hold means tomorrow, maybe. So, yeah. It says by 14th, which is Thursday. So, yeah, by Thursday we'll have some knobs. So, cheers. Heck yeah. I will catch you guys next time. Until then, we shall transmission into the intermission. Laters.